Joined now by absolute greatness. I've never met you, Edgerrin James. You're a Hall of Famer, four-time Pro Bowler, three-time All-Pro. So excited. I mean, let's go back to 1999, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Edgerrin James, welcome to the show. How was Miami? The reunion?
Miami's good.
Tell me.
It's a little chilly right now.
Oh, you're there now.
Yeah, I'm here now.
Tell me about the Natty. It was Ed Reed, who I love, friend of the show, Michael Irvin, colleague of mine, friend of the show, you, Ray Lewis, a room full of Hall of Famers. Paint the picture.
No, it was good. It's the norm for us.
Look at this.
Everybody getting together. Everybody getting together, having a good time, enjoying life. And we just didn't get the victory, but we came pretty close. And for us, that's a big deal.
Who won the most money on this craps table? Who knows what's going on?
Devin Hester won all the money that night.
I love to see it. Also a friend of the show, and now you are. You stood out in a program full of Hall of Famers, and really in like a golden age of running backs. You had LT and Sean Alexander, friend of the show, Marshall Faulk, to name a few. When you look back at that beautiful era that I miss, what are you sort of most proud of personally about carving out your place, which had to be very hard in that group?
Well, I guess being a complete back, being able to do it all, because that was pretty rare to be able to do all three phases of the game at a high level. And that's one thing I took pride in. And when you had all those guys, everybody kept everybody on their toes, because every week you're looking at what everybody else does and how they're having success, and it just kind of motivated each other.
Edge, the Super Bowl is next week. The Seahawks are in it, so you know which game I want you to talk me through. Take me to the year 2000, my friend. 219 rushing yards, week 7, 3 touchdowns. What do you remember most about this all-time iconic performance?
Oh, man, that was one of those, we got off to a slow start, and so was looking for a boost in the running game. We wanted to get out, you want to get the running game going. Then all of a sudden we go to Seattle, and we made it a point of emphasis that let's get our running game going, because we're going to need the running game as the season goes on. And they gave the opportunities, and Seattle gave the opportunities, and it just worked itself out.
Edge, what did you feel like after that game? Like, what? Do you remember what you felt like?
No, it was football. It was like, man, you want to carry the ball, you want to get the ball, and you finally get an opportunity, because, we play in a pass offense. And in the pass offense, it is all based upon the situation. And that time we made it a focal point to make sure that we're going to run the ball.
In this Super Bowl, Super Bowl 60, in the Bay Area, the running backs aren't quite iconic household names. Kenneth Walker crushing it, though. Ramondre Stevenson, so big. Henderson. They're high-level players, though, and they're going to maybe decide the Super Bowl. Which back do you think has the best Super Bowl performance?
Oh, man, that's a good one. Well, overall, I'm going for, I think that the Seattle Seahawks are going to win, so I have to go with Kenneth Walker.
What do you like about his game?
Oh, he's so shifty, and it's like he's always trying to fight for that extra yard. If you see him, he goes in those cracks. Sometimes he's making some runs that you don't expect him to run. And it's like he's driven to actually finish the run. And that's one thing that you see the running backs. Some running backs, they don't just finish it the way he finishes it. And that's right. That's something that's old school running when you look at him.
I don't know. I feel like somehow, some way, the Patriots might get it done. So I'd like to talk about that side. If you're nervous about anything, what do you think their biggest strength is that you're sort of thinking about ahead of this matchup?
You say for the Patriots?
Yeah.
For the Patriots, they're a good football team. They're a good football team. And the thing about them, they're not going to beat themselves. They remind me of back in the day Patriots, where they play good football. They keep everything underneath. They don't beat themselves. And they're going to play good sound ball, good defense, and they play team ball. So that team is going to come to play. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I just think that Seattle, I think it's their turn. It's a rematch from 2015 or back in the day.
Mm-hmm. It was 2015 in Arizona, I believe, which was just absolutely wild. Katy Perry Super Bowl halftime show. I was there. I remember. You have a gold jacket, so you speak from a place of authority, my friend. I just had Lavonte David on, who wants to go to the Hall of Fame, and I said, Hall of Fame's wildin'. I don't know what's going on. What do you make of Bill Belichick being denied a first ballot bid?
I think everybody's shocked, but going through this process and seeing this thing happen year in and year out, there really is no rhyme or reason why certain things happen. So you just kind of just go with the flow, because a lot of times you don't know why certain things happen and certain things don't happen. But it's out of our control, and hopefully we continue to improve and make the process a whole lot better.
There's a lot of drama surrounding a guy you know really well, a guy who drafted you, Bill Polian.
Yeah, I saw that with BP, so I really don't know what's going on, but I think it'll all work itself out. But I wish Bill was getting in. I was looking forward to it. Me and Jimmy Johnson was talking about it during the University of Miami Natty run. He was talking about he was excited to be going up there because Bill was getting in. Then all of a sudden, don't look like Bill's getting in this year.
Okay, Edge, we gave you a little homework, and you delivered.
Oh.
We did. We asked you. I haven't seen this yet.
Oh.
We asked you, our producers did, for your top 5 running backs in the NFL. I think we just have them all at once. Let's take a look. And you can maybe talk me through your list.
Well, first of all, James Cook. James Cook, he's a South Florida kid. He led the league in rushing. I got a chance to watch him play youth ball. And then throughout high school, I got a chance to check him out. So that was one of the guys. He did his job this year. He led the league in rushing, which is something that is not easy to do. Derrick Henry, he is the one that you look at and you say, man, he represents the running back. He's killing Father Time right now. He's playing at a high level, and it doesn't look like he's slowing down. And, of course, JT, that's one of my faves. Play for the Colts. That's our organization. We're going to always pull and watch him carry that team. And then B-John up in Atlanta, man, he just got game. His game is nice, and he does it effortlessly. And then Christian McCaffrey, you got somebody that's the total package. You watch this kid, and he can do it in both phases of the game at a high level. And then Gibbs, I just like Gibbs' style. Gibbs running that ball. Like, I just like his style, like the way he played. Him and Montgomery, they complement each other, but I had to add an extra one in there because they said the top 5, but I think Gibbs got to be in that thing also. I know Jonathan Taylor doesn't have it in him to be mad at you or anything, but he might feel some kind of way about you not putting him at number 1. He led the league in touchdowns. There's certainly a case. It's a hard list. Well, it's hard to disregard the guy that led the league in rushing. Mm-hmm. And so you got to pay homage to that. And everybody understands how this thing goes. You want everybody. That's my top 5, and it can go in any order, but you got to pay respect to the guy that led the league in rushing this year. Oh, Edge, I don't think he gets any respect. I think he gets overshadowed completely. James Cook is a brilliant talent. I'm so glad he's there, so glad he got paid. I've always loved his game. I'm glad that you're giving him the love. He deserves it. Oh, yeah. He needed it. I mean, it's supposed to respect. The respect is due. He did what he's supposed to do. He led the league in rushing, and now you got to get back out there and do it again. He's not an Offensive Player of the Year finalist. How offensive is that? Oh, man, I don't know how many guys. I mean, there's so many guys that's out there. I've seen this happen before, but he won the rushing title, so that's good enough. Which NFL running back reminds you of yourself most? I really don't know which one in particular, because I kind of did both. I did some of everything, and it's not so much as old school grind it out anymore. So it's hard to just put one as the one that kind of reminds me of myself. If we look at Canton, we talked about the Hall of Fame. You said things will work themselves out. I think that's a great take. It'll all be okay. Your guy Frank Gore, my guy Frank Gore, named a finalist. For the first time, Edgerrin James, from one Miami guy to another. What is the pitch, the campaign for Frank to be a Hall of Famer? Number 3 all time. That's always been my take. To be number 3 all time, you're talking about somebody that had to go through the ups and downs and have the stamina to stay in the game, because it's hard to stay in the game that long and continue to play. And for him to have 16,000 yards, that's the pitch for me, because it's only 2 other guys that have more yards than him. No matter how they came, it's hard, and then to be able to do that, and especially knowing Frank and what he had to endure to get there. You know, he had 2 ACL surgeries, and for him to continue to just play the game and do what it takes to be able to play week in and week out, that says a lot.
Never missed games. Always consistent, and how that can get
Always
overshadowed.
available.
It's like we needed Edgerrin James to come tell us. Like, you guys think it's easy to get a yard in the NFL? Like, yards, weirdly. It's what you're saying about James Cook. It's what you're saying about Frank Gore. It's like we overlook how hard it is to get a yard. Like, even that statistic somehow gets overlooked. It's bananas.
Yeah. Yes, it's very hard, but to consistently do it, that's something that is worthy of Hall of Fame consideration instantly, because you're talking about 16,000 yards. He has 16,000 yards.
I can't even understand it. The math is crazy. You mentioned Jonathan Taylor. He's in your top 5 list. He could be one. He's obviously a made man. He's not going anywhere. He passed you on the Colts all-time rushing touchdowns list, though you are still ahead in those hard-earned yards, James. But what kind of a relationship do you have with him? Do you ever reach out to one another? Is it from afar?
No, I'm active. I'm involved with the Colts organization a lot. So you're always talking to him. And for me, it's always giving advice. He knows what to do. He knows how to do it. And you just always be a sounding board for those younger guys. And my main thing for him was always, hey, continue to take care of your body. You know, you got to carry this team. You know, there's, you know, especially going through the quarterback situation, and like then the team is going to lean on you. And the most important thing you can do is be available and take care of your body.
What do you think they should do with Daniel Jones?
Well, first of all, you got to come off the injury. You know, once you recover from the injury, and then pick up where you left off. You know, you started building some momentum. You know, every year it should get better. I think the injury is the only thing that's a question that you have to sit back and assess, because you never know how those things, you never know the outcome of those injuries. But hopefully everything works out, because they usually do. They usually do, and get back to where the team was at.
One last one for you, just because I never get to see you or talk to you, and thank you for making time. Right. I love records. I love numbers. I make any take I have is based off numbers. I never played the game. That Adrian Peterson 296 in 2007. Yeah. Will it ever happen? Because Jonathan almost did it. I'm like, on my couch, I'm tweeting, I think he's going to do it. Will it ever be broken?
I think so. I think because of the fact that, you know, most records, you know, they're broken and it's possible to do it. It's just a matter of somebody just coming in hot, hitting a big run. And JT is the perfect example, because JT can hit a big run at any time. And I think as the years go on, I don't think it's going to be easy to do, but I think somebody will come along that's special, and they come in hot, and they're going to have their day.
Yeah, these coaches need to stop pulling these running backs when they're going. That's what happens.
Well, it depends on the game. You know, when you do certain things like that, you can't disrespect the game. You got to make sure you do it within the game, because if it's about, we're going to just feed the running back and he's just doing this to break the record, then it's not going to be as authentic.
I guess I'm like, stop. They have like a hook. They take them out. Like once they're going, I hate that. I'd like to, like, okay, the game's one thing, but I want to see the record.
Yeah, but it has to come within the game.
Yeah.
The best records are broken within the game, and it's like you can't disrespect the other team. You go out there and you disrespect the other team, then you get a lot of flack for the record. So when you get the record, especially as a record holder, you want to be the one that, I truly earned this. We didn't just take advantage of it.
You're the Hall of Famer. I'm not going to argue with you. Edgerrin James, I appreciate you so much. An absolute icon. Thank you. Good luck next week ushering in a new Hall of Fame class. You're a goat. Nice to meet you.
All right. Thanks for having me, man. And sorry I'm late.